In this box there are two IEMs that are a perfect example of the versatility of a dynamic driver. So let's see what we get in this package. It's from Tanchjim. I see their flagship Tanchjim Origin. They've also sent the Stargate 2 DAC and the Zero, which is a fairly entry-level IEM. Okay, let's check these out. Oh, and I also got my license. I'm an official waifu pimp now.
My name is a pimp named Slickback.
Okay, let's see what we have here. Let's unbox the small boy this time. I usually like big boys, but the small boys are interesting too. No, I mean... Okay, pretty interesting logo there. That seems to be the Tanchjim symbol, I guess. And there's a resealable plastic bag containing the IEMs. You know how I feel about that. And on the surface, these are pretty basic looking, nothing exceptional. The cable is fine, the connectors and everything are fixed. You get 2 sets of ear tips, pretty basic. But the sound is anything but basic. When I tried these, I was fully expecting a bloated V-shaped thing. But no, I mean, look at this flatness in the bass and the enhancement in the upper mids. This is exactly what I like. I'm not a bass head, I don't like bass too much, but I do love me some upper mids for that human voice. So this was awesome. It was lightweight, easy on my ears, and sounds great for its form. You see what I mean? Single dynamic driver, affordable setup, sounds great. And no joke, even though I have all these expensive setups, I could rock these on just a casual day and relax with most of my music. Crazy, right? Just this and the Audiocular D07. That's it. You see what I mean yet? No? Let's unbox the big boy as well. Now this Origin is one of their flagships. A flagship IEM with a single dynamic driver? Pretty uncharacteristic for most brands, isn't it? But there's no reason why a single dynamic driver doesn't sound good. It's a full range driver after all. It can handle everything from bass to treble. So you don't actually need multiple drivers. You can get drivers and enhance the sound in specific ways. We'll talk about that in a second, but let me just show you why single dynamic driver setups are still dope. The packaging here is a little more elaborate because it's a much more expensive product. Look at the design, it's pretty striking, isn't it? It reminds me a lot of my SimGoat ET142, at least from this front side. You know, the chrome finish looks identical. And just like the ET142, this has replaceable nozzles which you see over there. Now I don't like the arrangement of those nozzles in that holder. It's really tight to remove. I wish there was a little more space in between, and it even has a super nice carrying case. But the cable is pretty mediocre given everything else we've seen. I mean, it's fine, but you know, considering this is a flagship, I was expecting somewhat better quality. I guess I'll pair my Fatboy 9000 cable with this.
I beg your pardon?
As usual, I'll load up my latex ear tips and let's take a listen. And again, even though they only have a one driver setup, these are amazing. They sound exceptionally smooth and very close to this new meta that we are seeing nowadays. Great bass, smooth roll off into the mid-range, nice upper mid-range and pretty decent top end too. Now, have I heard better treble? Yes, of course. The Kiwi Ears KE4, for example, has much thicker treble that extends well beyond what this thing can do. And yes, that's because of the additional drivers that it has. But this isn't bad. You can get additional different types of implementations using extra drivers, but they are not a necessity. Dynamic drivers are extremely versatile. Why do you think 95% of audio electronics use them? Aside from being easy to manufacture, they are full range as I mentioned, so you don't need anything extra with them. Based on the tuning, you can get them to sound amazing. I've said this before and people keep arguing with me for some reason that no bro, multi-drivers are better. They are not always better. Depends on what kind of implementation you're looking for. Now does that mean I'm gonna switch to this one? No, I enjoy the Kiwi Ears KE4 more. Sure, I'm gonna use that. And the Origin doesn't have as much upper mid-range presence as I would like. I love human voice in my music, so I'm gonna be using the other IEMs I have. But again, it's a subjective thing. This isn't bad by any means. They have done an exceptional job with the single dynamic driver they have. And remember, this is a flagship, so it's no joke. So I wanted to show you these two. Even though they are at different pricing, depending on the tuning, the same dynamic driver can perform better or differently. So please don't underestimate an IEM just because it has lesser drivers or something. It's a weird metric to begin with. Now this Stargate 2 DAC they provide is similar to the Audiocular D07, but it's a little bit superior. It has a better decoding chip and can deliver slightly more power, which is 75 milliwatts at 32 ohms as opposed to the 65 you'll get with the D07. That's a noticeable difference if you have a power-hungry headphone or something. But it is more than double the price of the D07, so that's something to keep in mind as well. If you have the budget for it, you can absolutely consider it, but I wish it was built a little bit better. It feels rather average and plasticky. Even the D07 feels nicer made than that. But it does perform really well though. And since I already have nice IEMs, you can grab both of these from me. I'll give you for reasonable prices, don't worry. Check the link in the description for more details.